my, Monami, my cute little sister. You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
What a weird way to start this, Monokuma. Oh, she angry.
Chesto!
Damn!
One more time!
Oi.
Jeez! How about this one?
She's getting her fucking ass beat. Damn! Damn!
This will be my final blow!
Is she okay?
It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
Yeah.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started.
Yeah, why did you
all.
just start punching her?
The victim this time is Nagito, who was
I feel like he killed himself. That's my initial suspicion.
For everyone's sake.
And it's an elaborate way that he killed himself.
I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer.
Yeah.
They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh?
Why?
Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call
Such
out
a
when we
strange
were in
thing to
danger.
say, Kazuichi.
Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Then,
Now that's more like it. Why don't
I
you
mean, this
guys
is what
hurry
Monokuma
and start
wants, so-
arguing already?
yeah. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito. Is he right? Are they the same person? Or I would assume so. Or maybe someone just tried to get information. Oh, that's a lot of things on there, bro.
Telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Okay, that's what it was.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, because it looked like he was trying to fight back.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Damn, that was fast, Kazuichi. Okay.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
What? Stupid. The fuck are you talking about?
You
Topic.
said if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Yeah. Okay.
This is how at first the killer took and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it. I understand. I was right, but I did it on the wrong thing.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yes.
What did
Yeah,
you
because of
say?
there was no
Who cares about
paint.
the
There was
duct
no
tape?
paint. There was no blood.
Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We
No,
don't need to play a
yeah.
game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth.
He didn't have
before
blood
the
on his
torture
mouth.
even began.
why do you always side with Hajime?
No, bro,
crush on
because
him
it's
or
the
something?
fucking truth. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when
Yeah,
I peeled
like,
the
what the fuck are
duct
we
tape
doing?
off Nagito's mouth, right?
Yes.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Mm-hmm.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
100%.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
I don't feel like they did.
Probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho
Yeah,
or
because, like,
something?
if that's one of us,
No,
then that's
they
kind of
didn't
crazy.
Just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Yeah.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
They just didn't account for the
Think of any
sprinklers.
other reason.
But who could have done that?
I mean, Nagito?
When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Yeah.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if
Yeah.
it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I mean,
I
I don't
did not
know.
know
Yeah, that's the
that,
thing. It's like,
but
it's
that
such a
has been the pattern
small
before.
window.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazing...
Oh, bro, I'm
eye.
telling you, I'm sick of it, Kazuichi.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks.
damn right it is.
Hell yeah, Sonia. The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Yeah, like, it was a time. It feels like it was a time thing. I guess it's gonna be the panels.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
I mean, yeah, technically.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Yeah.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil light, it can stand upright
If they tipped over the light, it could have ignited the curtain.
some way.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's the Monokuma panels. They lined them up in a line, so it would burn.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No,
Whatever.
not wind pressure.
Yeah, you
They
stupid
probably
bitch.
used the
Like,
Monokuma panels.
what are we talking about? It's the
A
word.
huge number
Let's
of tipped-over
trial. Fifth
Monokuma
one.
panels were found at the crime
Lock
scene,
it in.
right? It
Yeah.
looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
Yeah, it's almost like it's
Just a
someone pushing.
single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer
Yeah.
probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids
Yeah.
play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
That's
In
basically
place of
what
those
happened.
Tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Hey, he had a bunch, so that's one way to get rid of them. Just fucking burn them.
So when we opened the warehouse door,
That
the
Nagito
first
cut
panel
out.
coupled into the second. And from there, they felt like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
What do you mean?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Yeah, because we saw the fire and then we
warehouse was
instantly
dark.
like we were like, oh
It's to
shit,
hide the
you
domino
know?
effect.
Yeah.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one thing to hide the domino effect. Oi, what did he do to hide the domino effect? The music.
I see!
Yeah, he was playing some spooky ass music.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
Yeah.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Mm-hmm. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started. Yeah.
That's it.
So the strange...
So the strange
yeah,
sound
she got it.
was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Yeah, she
But
did
those
hear it.
sounds weren't the only strange thing, right?
Apparently
Looking back
not,
on it,
yeah.
It was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
What do you mean, the BAM? It's fine, I opened it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, I kind of brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. BAM!
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
By a bunch of them.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
It's very convoluted,
Yeah.
but yes.
And that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Yeah?
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
I mean, I didn't see.
Problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about was the killer couldn't have left.
I see.
Yeah, he would have just been stuck in there.
If the panel
And-
was so close to the door
Yeah.
that it could barely be opened,
How do you set that up and then get
the
out?
killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We
could
were
have
all
been
outside the
Nagito.
warehouse, you know.
Yeah, we were all next
Based
door.
on the patterns
Besides
up until
Sonia.
now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder,
Hajime? What do you mean?
the person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person who could have done that. I mean, we're all on the same page, right? It's either Peko or Nagito.
This is my
Yeah,
answer.
not Peko, sorry, Sonia.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah, but
He wasn't just the victim.
Huh?
Not just the
he's
victim.
weird, bro.
He was the
He's the
victim.
type of person that'll
And
like,
he
you
was
know.
the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Yeah,
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
I'm kinda.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
No, but I could see him doing that to himself.
Are you saying those
Yeah.
were all self-inflicted?
I kind of said this from the start.
But Nagito might do something like that.
Yeah,
don't you
100%.
think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
I wonder if Monokuma interfered.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss?
I have an idea.
That's not necessary
guess.
at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
It's starting to play out in my head. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Similar ones.
To
I don't know,
actually
man.
tie up your own arms and
It was the burnt
No,
rope!
that's wrong.
Oh. I feel like I did that first. Maybe I didn't? I
Hold
thought that
on
was
a sec.
first.
Isn't that premise flawed?
what? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Yeah.
The
It's only
rope on
one.
his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
He wasn't burned on his
Burned because of the
clothes.
fire.
Yeah.
Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that burned on Ramito is his right sleeve.
see.
Yeah, it's not on fire or nothing.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn
Mhm.
like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural.
Yeah. It would have definitely like
That
burned the
was
whole
burned in
rope,
advance,
or
so
at
it
least
would look
somehow
like it was
burned it.
burned in the fire.
Yeah.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome. I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
What? What? I'm telling you, bro. The more that I play this, these are the things that I hate. I fuck with the story. It's just, what are we doing here, huh? What are we doing here?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
What the fuck?
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What are we
That's not what I
talking
meant.
about?
I'm talking about. I mean, even
Okay.
if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
I mean, yeah.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
I mean, yeah, you can't.
That much
I don't know
is
how that he
obvious.
did that. There was a blood thing on the beam.
You tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
What? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants that money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then
Yeah.
hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Okay. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. I feel like it's the setup thing. The blood on the girder.
Even if Nagito's right. How could he stab his right?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I got it. Okay, so it has to do with the plushie.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
I don't know if that's the case.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see.
Okay.
So that's the trick.
But for
He
a
used
moment,
the plushie
I
as a
seriously
holder.
thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie.
So he threw it
cast
as
it
if he
off toward
could.
the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
The torture wounds? Yeah, he did
The
all that
spear.
stuff.
Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear. If
Yeah.
you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into
Yeah,
it
but
and
it's
his
a
left
weight.
hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain,
No.
stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution.
Yeah.
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so
Why
big
did you
and
repeat
thick,
it?
you would die instantly.
You're foreign. I forgot.
Say it one more time.
I'm about to
Please
bust!
record it.
Bust!
Reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut
Yeah,
it out.
please,
Like
lock it
she
in.
said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
He hung it on the
It'd be hard
girder.
to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
No.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty.
Yeah, I don't believe it
I
either.
could never believe that.
Mikan is the only one that I could have
say
thought
you
she could
can't
do it.
believe it?
Yeah.
You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time.
He's not wrong.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to
Thank you,
interfere
Monomi.
with everyone. If you even think about doing
Damn.
anything, I have a plan of my own.
Yeah, whoop his ass, Monomi.
Monomi sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So
Okay,
this
and?
might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As
What?
Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed.
Yeah?
But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab
not. It
himself
really
with a
isn't.
spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Deadass. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have
just
stabbed
made it fall.
himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
There was blood on the
That's
girder.
We made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up until now doing that. Then, even now.
All right, let's do this.
Hell yeah, bro. Dale, 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 dale. Hey, 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 hey.
Let's work together and think this. When the spear stabbed his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Yeah, the
No, that's
way
wrong.
the way he's missing blood from here means he was grabbing something when he did it.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why?
Or he was holding
his
on to
left hand was
something.
tied up, you know.
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Yeah.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only
It's also on
unnatural
the on
bloodstain.
his fingers.
Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
Yeah.
If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the
It
blood
was
splattered?
holding on to something. It was gripping.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm. And the
Was he grabbing his front tail?
No!
There's the thought.
He wasn't
was
jerking
obviously
it,
grabbing
man.
the spear.
Jesus, Akane, lock it
Now that you
in.
mention it, compared to the rest
Jesus
of his
Christ.
body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like
Yeah,
this,
what's the
you
word?
should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was gripping the tail. What section of the spear was he holding on to? The cord.
I see.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been
Yeah,
holding on to
because
the
it
cord.
was missing a
There
blood.
was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut off section about the same size as a human fist?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here
It was on his
ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
fingies.
But
Yeah.
why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
Because he
You're
let
not
it
gonna
go.
Say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
No.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course,
I
this
think-
mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
We can't do
At a
that.
time like this,
Yeah.
how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
I mean,
That's
sure.
a long plan name.
It really
One
is.
step at a time. What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
Well,
How
it
it
would
was
have came from the
positioned.
fucking sky. Nagito was facing up and the spear stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. The logic dive? Yeah. Okay. I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna make me do logic dive. I thought it was gonna make me do the other one. Okay. The letters. Okay, so far so good. Ay, cabrón. Okay. Bitch. Where was the spear just before, under, above Nagito? Ay! What does that do? Oh no, they just move. Ah, okay. Come on, give me another question, game. A la verga. Question 2. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? The ceiling. No, the ceiling girder. Ugh. I was just on the opposite side. Yeah. Ay, cabrón. Ay, cabrón. Okay. Oh! Okay. Give me another question, bro. What items connects both the spear at the ceiling? What item connected both the spear and the ceiling? I didn't even see the answers. I think it's the spear's cord, though. Yeah, okay. I was right. I didn't get to read the answers, but I was like, I think it's that one. I'm pretty sure it's that one.
It's all coming together.
This has been probably our best class trial so far.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
Yeah.
Nagito did that all by himself. Did he have some sort of ESP? That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder
had blood on
directly
it.
above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Gotcha, okay.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
I mean, yeah.
Serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that.
Yeah.
If someone else did this, there's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
Yeah.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so
Yeah, it's like, why did we
So
go
you're
out of our
saying
way
he
to
needed
torture,
to use that
you know?
spear to pull off his trick?
Yeah.
Then, this is for real? He really committed
I
suicide?
mean, that's what it seems like, you know?
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end, which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Jesus.
Did he need to go that far?
I mean,
That's
yeah,
beyond
I
crazy.
guess.
Why would he do that to himself?
Because he's fucking crazy.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form of malice he took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
So, it
Whatever
was him.
became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
I don't think
Why did he
so.
not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the
He didn't know
strategy behind
yet.
this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a
I
fucking
mean,
bastard
it's
who killed himself
possible.
for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
Have we?
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not,
Not really.
satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
No, you're right. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is,
So
or...
what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Oh,
What do
this
you
is
think,
early.
Mikami?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other
We
conclusion.
really can't.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Yeah, what do we have cooking?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right?
Yeah?
Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No
Huh?
matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
What the fuck
There's
is
this
gonna
one
happen?
thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally
He
finished.
couldn't mess with it. There's something related to Nagito's death, piece of evidence that we couldn't mess with.
I see.
Okay. I had a feeling.
is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
It didn't give us the tox report. The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Normally, they give us a toxicology report. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? It's the blood. Is it gonna do toxicology? Ay, cabrón. Ay, cabrón. Oh, cause of death. Okay. Ay. Oh, I just get it in before we die. Okay.
I got it!
Yeah, it's the cause of death. Normally they give that to us, but this time it didn't.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is the spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now,
Yeah.
the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
Not really.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
This could all be
Maybe
like
it's not
post-mortem.
included if it's not
Post-mortem, I
important enough to
mean.
write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth.
There he goes again. I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
Mm.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma
It's
file.
the toxicology
What are you
report.
saying? That applies this time too?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more
Yeah,
to Nagito's
there really
death?
is.
Are you suggesting again that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake
Yeah.
to call Nagito's death a suicide. But it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
Not
That's not what I meant.
necessarily.
I
Yeah.
mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
I mean, yeah.
How interesting. You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
He's always been the same, bro.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
Okay.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Yeah.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying.
Yeah?
If you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
Okay.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end.
Yeah. Let's do
If
it
we work
together. That's the
together-
whole point.
Everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh,
Mm.
splendid. You guys are so
Monomi, shut
splendid
up.
right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then this situation where it might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Boom, boom. Trial. Suspended. Class trial suspended.
No, no.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We hadn't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out, too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friends is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. I'm fucking up the voices. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. What the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about, bruh? Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm Monami.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway,
my chest
she
is
got it.
full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's why I'm gonna fight too.
Alright,
I will fight
Monami.
the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
Okay. Good luck with that.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Yeah.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Okay.
In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear.
Yeah.
It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Okay.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, All I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
Yeah.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the
There's
fatal
just
wounds,
stabby wounds.
Are we finished already?
I feel like
The poison.
it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. I'm assuming it's the poison.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
it's not the knife in his right hand, right?
Mm-hmm. Damn, I have
It's
no
not
help.
the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
No.
There's no way he burned to death. Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yes.
I agree with that.
Had to be very careful. I didn't want to fuck it up.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
Yeah, we
If
found
the cause
poison
of
in his
death is
locker.
Something we can't see. Then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a
We
sudden?
found it. He had a fridge in his room.
I remember when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange.
Yeah.
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all. If poison was the cause of death, it would not
I mean,
leave an
yeah, we
obvious
wouldn't-
wound on Nagito's
We
body.
wouldn't fucking see it.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
Nah, he knows a lot about
What
bodies.
does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
No way in hell.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible.
That's what
he
I'm
consumed it
assuming.
in advance.
Yeah.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then I guess he
Then
did it
it's
when he
impossible.
stabbed himself.
Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing
Stop.
that tail.
His
Please.
mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
He rubbed it on the
There's
back
no
of
way
it.
he could have drank the poison. It might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Yeah, I don't
Are
know what
there
it could
any
be.
left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
I don't remember what it said. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Oi, cabron. Okay. We riding. Okay. Bum 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 bum. I kind of got the hang of this now too. But I don't know what question she's gonna ask me. Dale pa allá, dale pa acá, dale pa allá, pa acá, pa allá, pa acá, pa allá, pa acá. What state was the poison in when it was affected? It was a gas. I'm gonna say a gas. If it's not a gas, it's a liquid. Yeah, okay. Because I was thinking maybe he dipped the knife in it, you know? Oi. That's what I was kind of thinking. Oi, cabrón. Okay. Pa allá. Pa' acá, pa' allá, pa' acá. Vámonos, vámonos. A la verga. Ah! Oh shit! Okay. Yeah, it seems like this is the best way to go, so you don't gotta deal with all the bullshit of moving around. Yellow. It's through his nose. Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If it was a fucking gas, why would he? I keep going with the idea of that he like tipped the knife in like the liquid, but it was in a gas state, so. Oh god, we are hauling ass. I can't believe we made that. Alright, go run. That's it.
It's all coming
Only 2
together.
questions? Really?
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's
Yeah.
written on the poison's warning label.
What does it say again exactly? This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other
Oh,
words,
we
breathing in the gas is fatal.
changed the bottles.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe
So
it
are
in
we
through
the
his mouth.
killers?
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
We were outside. We didn't breathe the poisonous gas. Was because the sprinklers?
I see.
Yeah.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
What else was on there? In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it's susceptible to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed
you
the
know
poison
that?
were broken down by the water from the sprinklers! Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
Yeah.
Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's
So
not
we killed
just a
them.
possibility
We all
anymore.
killed them.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the
We
fact that he
killed
committed
him.
suicide,
Oh
right?
my god,
Then
we
if
killed
Nagito
him.
inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still
It's
sounds
not.
like a suicide.
It's not though.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture.
Oh no.
We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
Yeah, I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
There is. Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't
There
be.
might have been an accomplice.
All of us. Oh, it could have been Sonia.
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse,
We killed
it's
him,
strange
bro.
that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left is the container.
I see. Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere.
We did.
Right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's
Nah.
probably plastic or glass, right? There's no
Yeah.
way it'd completely incinerate.
We'd killed him.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to
Yeah,
put out
'cause
the
he put 'em
fire
in
didn't
there.
completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
I don't believe
That's why
so.
you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible.
Yeah, we all killed him.
An accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right.
Oh, we're so
That's totally
bugged.
it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want this rule. Just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else.
yeah.
But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh?
Yeah.
Fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still,
Okay.
that's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
Thank you, Motomi. I actually
I
appreciate
get what
you.
you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before,
Ah.
right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't
Yes, it
change at all.
will, because we all
I
killed
mean,
him.
It'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing.
I mean, yeah, in
And we
this
probably
case,
just
but
didn't
nah.
notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What? What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was the fire bottles. Fire extinguisher? Fire grenades, that's what it was. Oh! Damn it, I lost the E. There.
I got it!
Yeah, we killed them, bro. We fucking killed them.
I see! I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
I would think he would do it
used
to
one
all
the
of
fire
them.
grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose
I
of the
personally thought he
container
put it
later.
in all of them.
That bastard.
He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
Yeah.
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If
Yeah.
so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of
We
one
don't
of
know
the
who
fire
did it.
grenades.
Seriously? That's
If he only did it
impossible.
with just
Miss
one,
Sonia
then we
just
don't
said
know.
So right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
Sonya's was considered to include the contents of the fire grenade were swapped with the poison. Yeah, it's this.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
Nah, bro.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
Yep.
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room.
And gas
We
mask
also
and
found a
gloves.
gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide.
No.
Enough already.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't
It
an
means one of
accomplice
us
after
killed
all.
him,
See,
guys.
I
Hello?
told you. The conclusion is still the same.
No.
Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding. You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
The truth, bro.
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death
Nah.
was a suicide. No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Yeah.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
When we
When
threw
I
it in.
thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought in, the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. Could that be the same moment when we all threw the grenades?
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito. If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us?
What the heck?
One of us threw the poisoned grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. The Nagito was...
Murdered?
mean. He didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
What the heck? You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
We have no idea of knowing.
Who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade. It was Nagito.
I see.
Yeah.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
The person who set the warehouse on fire was Nagito.
I see. That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire was to make someone throw
I
the
see.
poison.
Don't tell me. He
Yeah.
set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
Since we have no way
It
of
was
knowing.
a trap,
Yeah.
Trap?
preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We
I
all
don't
did.
know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Yeah.
Huh? Could it be?
Yeah.
Was that Nagito's trap?
He got us.
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do, and for that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?